Welcome to today's story on Bible Lessons for Kids. A long time ago, in the land of Egypt, the people of Israel were living as slaves. They worked hard under the rule of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. But even though life was difficult, the Israelites grew in number. Pharaoh became afraid. He didn't want the Israelites to become too powerful. So, he came up with a cruel plan. He called two Hebrew midwives, Shiphrah and Puah. Pharaoh said, "When you help Hebrew women give birth, if it's a boy, you must kill him. But if it's a girl, let her live." That was a terrifying command. Pharaoh was the most powerful man in Egypt. But Shiphrah and Puah feared someone far greater, Jehovah. They refused to obey Pharaoh's order. When they helped the Hebrew women, they let the baby boys live. When Pharaoh asked why they weren't following his command, they answered wisely, "The Hebrew women are strong. They give birth before we even arrive." Because of their courage and faith, Jehovah blessed Shiphrah and Puah with families of their own. More importantly, they helped preserve Jehovah's people, and one of the babies who lived during that time was Moses, who would later lead Israel out of Egypt. Now let's visit Nairobi, Kenya, where a 12-year-old girl named Zuri was learning how to show courage in a different but just as important way. At school, Zuri's class was watching a video for science about life choices. The video mentioned that some people believe babies aren't fully human before birth. Zuri felt uneasy. She knew from family worship and the Bible that life is precious in the womb. After class, her friend Grace said, "What do you think about it, Zuri?" Zuri hesitated, then remembered Shiphrah and Puah. They had stood for life even against a powerful king. So she said gently, "I believe what the Bible teaches, that life is a gift from Jehovah, right from the start." Grace looked thoughtful. I've never heard it that way." Later that week, Zuri shared Psalm 139:13 with her teacher. "You made me in my mother's womb." The teacher nodded and said, "I appreciate that you shared your view respectfully." That night, Zuri felt peaceful. Like Shiphrah and Puah, she had shown respect for life and stood firm without fear. Shiphrah and Puah made a brave choice to protect life because they feared Jehovah. Zuri stood up for what's right with kindness and courage too. What lesson can you learn from Shiphrah, Puah, and Zuri? See you next time on BIBL Lessons for Kids.